Hey guys, Magic Master here. Today I'm going to be doing a trick that has opposing colors. But before you get into that, if you did not already, go watch my deck review for this deck right here. It was uploaded yesterday, and it's a very cool deck, so you should probably go watch the deck review. And also, just like in that video, I'm still recovering from my cold, so I'm going to be very stuffy during this video. Also, go subscribe to all the links I have in the description. Without further ado, let's get into the performance. So, now, I would tell the spectator, we need you to select 2 cards. But we're going to select these cards in a bit of a unique way. So you can see all the cards are mixed up. Stuff like that. Now, I'm going to give the deck some cuts. And if I had the spectator, they could cut the deck as well themselves. And they can tell me when to stop wherever they would like. Or they could stop themselves if they were cutting the deck. So let's just say they said stop right there. Okay, so now memorize these 2 cards right here. I'm not looking. Go ahead and do that now. I'll give you a little bit of time. Okay, you guys should have those by now. So now I'll just place them right there and cut them into the middle of the deck, and the spectator could do this as well. And once again, I can keep cutting the deck. You can tell me when to stop wherever you would like. Let's just say you said stop right there. Okay, so now I'm going to be dealing some piles here. So while I'm doing this, might as well do that intro thing. So the last time I did the intro thing, J-Trix was the first one to guess correctly. That was Evan Era TV's intro. Now today's intro is top of the morning to ya laddies. Okay? First person to comment whose intro that is gets their comment pinned. Alrighty, so now square all these up. Okay, so now I'm gonna take these 2 piles here and mix them together. And I'm gonna take these 2 piles here and mix these together. And I'll take this pile, flip it face up, and we'll mix it together with this one. Okay, so now, as you can see, on this side, all of the cards are red cards, except for this one card right here, which is black. And if we flip it over, you can see on this side, all of these cards are black, except for one card right here, which happens to be red. And these 2 cards should be your 2 selections. Alright guys, that's the trick, and let's get right into the tutorial. So, this trick requires a pretty big setup, unfortunately, but it is kind of a cool trick, so I would say it's kind of worth it. So, you need to get out the black cards into one pile, and the red cards into another pile. Almost done. Okay, just like that. So, then what you want to do from here is you want to put these piles back together, alternating black, red, black, red, black, red, black, red, and you want to keep alternating black, red throughout the whole deck. So that's, you can do it with the piles like that, or if you're professional like me, you can kind of just do it all in your hands. So you spread through, take your first black card and then red card on top of that. You can go black, red, and then find the next black card, black, red, just like that. So that kind of saves you the trouble of making the piles. And I don't know, maybe you could set it up like on the spot if the spectator's distracted for a couple of minutes, but maybe not then again. So after you have it set up black, red, You don't want to give it any shuffles because obviously that would mess up the setup, but you can just give it single cuts. That's fine, because that won't mess it up. So then you say, I'm gonna give the deck some cuts, and you can tell me when to stop. Or you could have the spectator give the deck some cuts themselves. Just tell them to make sure they give it only single cuts, because if you do one of these kind of cuts, that will not work. So then after they tell you to stop or they stop themselves, this next step is very important. Either way, you would want to have the deck in the hand, so if they cut it themselves, you would ask for the deck back. So instead of pushing off the top 2 cards, you want to reverse count the top 2 cards just like that, because that gets these 2 cards out of order. So don't push them off just like that. You want to reverse count them just like that. So then after they're done memorizing them, you can cut them into the middle deck, or you can have the spectator do it. And once again, give it a whole bunch of cuts, tell the spectator to tell you when to stop, or have them stop themselves if they're doing it, just like that. So then you want to deal out 4 piles. And you want to make sure you keep going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Deal them out like that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after you're done doing that, take piles 1 and 3 and mix them together. And take piles 2 and 4 and mix them together. And then you take one of the piles, flip it face up, and mix it together with the other pile. And then you spread through on one side, and so, I cannot speak. You spread through on one side and show all the cards are the same color except for one card. Obviously not here because I was just going quick for the tutorial, but then you spread through on the other side and show all the cards are the same color except for one card, and those 2 cards will be their 2 selections. Alright guys, that was the trick. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time.